Yes.
Giddy.
Daedriel.
She doesn't understand.
Daedriel, how goes it?
So, I managed to sneak in. I found Orano.
Like, I can't hear that over the line, can I?
No.
Okay, good.
I found Orano. I actually think I can free him. But he's kind of crazy. He's all messed up, and if I let him go, he says he's going to kill everything.
Remind him that his vision was very specific about
It
destroying
didn't work.
Sphanis.
He says he only answers to Netro.
Right,
He
but
called me a heretic.
remind him that in his vision, he only was told to destroy Sphanis, not go around wreaking havoc, not killing barbarians, not starting riots.
Jovan says to remind you that you have been commanded by Netro to kill the darkness which is over this place. If you put yourself at risk on these side projects of your own doing, you are disobeying Netro in the most profound way possible.
Give me a personality roll.
Nice.
I have no personality.
That's tough.
Yeah, do it. He has low personality too. He'll probably believe you. Nice. You
16.
gotta get that.
Alright.
He may be a heretic, but he is wise. And he growls a bit more and goes, Fine. Set me free that I might do my duty.
Alright. I run over there and I go, alright, Skeleton Key, do your stuff. Maybe the barbarians are too busy with like worrying about keys.
Slight problem.
Mm-hmm.
This is a type of lock you've never seen before.
Pick locks.
Oh no, you don't
Oh.
understand. So you get up to the handcuff locks that are holding him in, and the locks are chained to it. He's like chained to the wall by these locks. Like there's no extra chains that you could cut.
Right.
It's just to the wall. And the only lock on this thing is a lock built like a normal lock, except at the top there's a small hole, as if it was meant to accept some sort of liquid.
Ooh.
What the what?
What? Well.
So it's magical of some kind. Huh.
Free me.
This is a different lock than I thought. How did they lock you in here initially? Did they use blood? Did you see how they trapped you here?
I didn't see much of anything. I was out cold. Tell no one that.
That is fair. Your secret is safe with me. Well, you know, classically this has always been a blooded thing, so let's try that. I hope it doesn't set off any alarms. All right, we'll put some blood in there.
You're gonna just cut your finger and
Yeah.
drop some blood. So you drop some blood in the lock, and it drips in, and the lock shakes a bit, like quivers as if it's accepting it, and then these little like slits open on the side of the lock, just so, and then the blood that you put in pours out over, and then the slits close again. And Arano like grabs at the chains and goes, "Ugh, what is this accursed contraption?"
Probably needs the boiling blood.
Probably specific blood, yeah.
Oh. Did it look like it
maybe
didn't? Was it like it worked a little bit, but it didn't?
No,
work?
it like it just rejected it.
Oh man, it's the wrong kind of blood.
Try some of your own.
How
That wouldn't make
is
sense.
the chains attached to the wall?
No, that's what I said. Like he's literally just locked into the wall with his one lock.
Yeah.
There's no chains.
Right.
Is he bleeding
How is
from
it
anywhere?
attached to the wall?
They're hammered into the rock wall with iron.
Is
conduits.
Arano himself bleeding still from any of his wounds?
Yeah, he's a little bit.
Can I try some of his blood?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you'd like to try.
Yep.
So you like dip your finger in his wounds or something,
Yeah.
or
Well,
so he goes,
tell him what
It's like, oh,
What do
I
you-
explain to him what I'm doing,
Okay,
so that
alright.
he doesn't think that it's
so
like,
so he like looks down and like grunts to the pain and goes, "Urgh, urgh," and you like get a drop of his blood and drop it in the lock, and the same thing happens. It just expels it.
it appears that the lock is magical and not mechanical. I may not be able to free you in the traditional sense.
I've been trying to rip it out of the wall, but alas, I am not strong enough.
Yes. This may take more than I had anticipated.
Well,
It's just metal. What
Off
do you
with
have, what do
you,
you have
then.
on you?
free me, and find my sword while you're at it.
Yeah, I've been trying to look. I looked around and I don't see it anywhere. I may have to find it. I may have to find your sword first before freeing you.
That arrogant annoyance took it. The one who was shouting orders to the rest of the lot.
Yes. I will find him. We will be back. By natural, I promise you.
What do you have on you?
Hurry back. I don't know how much longer I can stay down here.
I mean, you also have your tricks, like your telekinesis.
I mean, never mind.
Yeah, well, they basically...
I mean, do you have a crowbar?
I do have a crowbar,
Why
but
don't you, like it's just spiked into the wall. Why don't you try and just leverage it out? He won't be freed from the chains, but
You can get
he
him out of
will
there.
he will at least be out of the wall.
Maybe.
Alright, let's
That's
try
a
that.
step forward.
I mean,
Sure.
this how
I'm not sure how they're gonna
strong
sneak
is the
Geronimo
stone,
out anyway.
Stone.
It's pretty tough. Give me a strength check.
Well, I mean it's spiked in, right?
Yeah, they're pretty heavy spikes.
Yeah. I mean it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean, it may not be possible, but
That's a 13.
Are you good?
oh,
You can-
that's with the
Hey,
strength.
James, you can add luck to that.
Well, I'm gonna try this first to see how.
So you
okay.
pry
Yeah,
with
suppose I
all
can
your
attempt
might,
more than
Yeah.
once.
and just nothing happens. You don't even feel like it's giving.
Okay.
May not be.
Close your eyes.
What?
I want to make sure that there are no bad effects in case something happens. This is some sort of magic. I've discovered that sometimes sorcery is good against sorcery. I'm gonna try to sever the lock using a magical sword of my own. Bat sword!
Okay, James.
Did he close his eyes?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
So you bring Bat Sword up,
Yeah.
just whoosh, draw it and
Yeah.
go bring it swiping down the lock. And as soon as Bat Sword gets close to the lock, it just wait. No, okay. So you go to swing it at the lock, and Bat Sword goes the blade itself suddenly just curves and bends away from the lock. Just
Whoa,
what?
dodges the lock entirely with your swing. It doesn't hit it at all.
Doesn't
It's
want to get hurt.
It's like, Schneitz! Bat sword, what's up with you?
it just straightens itself
Dude.
back out.
Come on, buddy! Oh, come on. It's just like Finn with his
I don't know, man.
Oh man. Useless bat sword. The first time I ever need you for anything, you're useless.
He's totally Rubelax.
Like,
What?
What? From Walkford? No. He's a living sword.
No.
He's not compliant.
well, bat sword is also a living entity. With
Yeah,
his
that's what I
magical determinant is
Oh. What special things do you hear?
I have some adamantine coins. I have some emeralds. I have this holy symbol of Keys. I should just call on Keys' help.
I
So-
don't think using
no.
Keys' name is gonna win any points with Netro follower guy.
So with your advanced owl-like hearing, you hear a creak and groan as the cage door from up the stairs opens and closes,
Oh.
and then slow tramps down the stairway.
Perhaps.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Well,
I climb up the rope, undo the rope, and I hide in a shadow somewhere.
Give me hide in shadows. So the footsteps continue down the hall, and Rowan goes, "Wait, where do you go? Where are you going?"
17.
Okay, so you slip away, and he stays quiet, and then goes, "Ah!" and continues screaming.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
you
right.
didn't say.
Oh no, he always is screaming, so they would expect this to be normal.
So after a short period of time, the door with the cloth opens up on it, and you can see that that a barbarian with a black hood comes down inside.
Is it the barbarian with a black hood?
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, okay.
And
does
Are
he
they
have-
all
as in-
exactly shaped the same way?
no,
It's
he looks to be the same guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
So he,
mean, he's missing his sword and his key.
Right, yeah.
How, so the door was still unlocked from when you unlocked it. Then that's how he got in. Because he's missing his key, right?
He didn't ever say he locked it.
Yeah, I didn't
that's
lock him
true.
either.
Okay.
That would have been a good idea.
So
No, I wanted to make sure I got in and out quickly.
so he
Plus, if I leave him unlocked, it might not occur to him that he had to unlock the door. It's
yeah.
like,
Well, because unlocking the door will make him realize he's missing his
yeah.
key.
So I'm hoping that he's not that thoughtful.
Right,
or
but
it's
he would have just thought that he had dropped it somewhere
Yeah.
instead. Though.
which is
and if the
what-
doors are unlocked, he might think that he forgot to lock the doors, and then he'll just be looking around for the keys.
which is what he appears to be doing.
Yeah.
So he opens the door and shuts it behind him, and he's looking around, looking for the key on the floor,
Oh,
looking
okay.
for the light.
Now-
17, you said?
Yeah.
Now the next trick, can you pickpocket his blood?
Oh, I know. He has
You
a
need
wound. Does
another
he have an
natural
open wound?
20.
No. So he's looking around and
You just forgot to mention you're stealing some of his
The-
blood
well,
when you
I
made that
know.
pickpocket. You could have said it.
there is one tiny pinprick on his neck from the dart.
Yeah, but
Is there any amount of blood at all?
No, not
Right.
really.
Ooh.
Okay,
Oh
hold
my
on a sec.
God.
Like, I
How-
need another natural 20 to steal a vial of blood. It's like, how'd you
That
get my
would be
blood?
insane.
Amazing. You
Okay, so yeah, he appears to be looking around for a key.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's like rooting around on the floor. He's like, where did I put it? You know, he's like looking around for it, and Arano's still yelling. And eventually he like feels on his belt, and he goes, "My sword is gone too." And then Arano's like still screaming, and he like squinches his eyes up and goes over to the edge of the pit and goes, "Shut up!" and like yells down at him.
Push him over.
And Arano looks over at him and goes, "Release me from this pit, you vile thing!" And
Is there a point where I feel like he's off balance where I think I can push him into the pit?
he's leaning over it.
Let's do it.
But
Okay,
Is that a sneak attack?
I'll let you do a backstab if you want.
All right.
Do you
I
want to
don't
like
really get
stab
it.
him in the back as he goes down?
No.
You just want to shove.
Yeah,
Just kind of one.
Yeah. In
Oh,
fact, if there's
to,
some
like,
way
knock
I
him
can
out?
even make it seem as though it was like ghostly, like,
It would be. How are you doing it?
well, the thing
Like
is that
describe how you're doing it exactly, because normally it's just going to be an opposed strength check.
yeah, because you know how basically. I wish you would have heard my roommate tell the story about how I knocked this big black guy off the bus during New Year's Eve one night. That basically what it is that, you know, when you're leaning over something, usually your lid already kind of like have a little bit of vertigo, and that
Yep.
if you get clipped the wrong way, you will over adjust, and it's why people fall into like pools of water.
Do the-
and stuff.
do the kind
yeah,
of thing where
exactly.
you're like, okay.
So I want to do that thing where I like rush by and just clip him, like as if it was almost an accident, and then, like run back into a shadow and hide like in his blind spot.
Let's do an agility versus his strength.
Okay.
And then give me a hide in shadows to see how well you can hide
oh
again.
man,
Okay, so here's the agility with backslab attack.
is he not gonna realize someone else is there?
So that's a 7. I'm going to use some luck.
Okay.
Now we get to see the powerfulness of the thief, where they're just like, yeah, I succeed.
That's a 3 and a 2, so that's a 12.
You should probably do maybe one more.
Hmm. Is it a D5 per point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
I
I
mean,
mean,
Yeah, it's a D5 per point of luck burned.
he's
It-
probably heavily disadvantaged, but you want to guarantee that this works, because
Yeah.
if it doesn't,
That's true.
yeah.
Alright, so plus 2 more is a 14. You know, I might as well use
1, 2,
15 and 16.
What's your luck down to now?
It's down to 13.
13.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you like
yeah,
rush
horrible.
by and like clip him with the edge of your cloak.
Yeah.
And he like goes, "Oh, what's that?" And he turns around too fast and loses his balance and goes back on his heel and goes, "Oh, and plummets and falls down 15 feet and just goes plummeting. Hold on.
Ooh, I hope he hits his nose and bleeds.
Taking 1 damage on the way down. So like he goes careening downward and scrapes his like face up along the edge and like cuts his face up bad.
Oh,
and
man.
and like hits the bottom of the thing. Goes, "Oh, damn it all!" And like rolls over and goes, "Oh, by the music of Stroom!" And he like straggles on his back a bit and tries to pick himself up. And Arano's like, "Ah!" and like starts kicking him in the gut. It's like,
oh, Urano can
kick-
reach him.
Yeah,
Nice.
because it's a 20-foot. Yeah, he fell down next to him,
Yeah.
so he like starts kicking him in the gut, and the guy like rolls away and like gets up and like back fists Arano across the face, and just like, and Arano just like gets knocked out, just goes out
Oh,
cold.
immediately
Alright.
out?
Yeah, just
oh,
stab this
shit.
guy's
Live.
skull.
And the guy like gets up and picks himself up and
I
drowns his
envisioned
face and
him
goes,
getting knocked out
Oh,
when he gets down.
I guess I that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
"Ah!" and he like
Not
pulls,
just kind of like falling down and be like, it's nothing.
Yeah, he didn't break anything or
I'm also
sprain
s-
anything. Wow.
and he like pulls his
I could
hand
not
away
do
from
it.
his. I rolled for it, and he like pulls his hand away from his face, and you can see the blood boiling as it comes out of his facial wound and like
Oh,
boils
weird.
along the face. Just
Oh, so this is his natural bleeding style.
you've noticed this before when
Yeah.
they were fighting the Illuminators.
Yeah, weird.
Leopold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so he like lands onto it and like shakes the blood off, and it hits the ground and burns out, and he goes, "Ah, what is going on?" And he like backs away to the edge of the pit, and he goes, "Hey, who's there? Who's there?"
Oh, he's got an exclamation point above his head.
Bring.
He doesn't know that you're there. He's just like,
He's
at
just,
this
like, really
point, he's
freaked out.
convinced that something's going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, and he like turns around, and you can see like he puts a hand into the rock wall, like trying to climb up it, but it's too slick. And he's like, oh, and he like sits down, and he crosses his legs, and he crosses his arms, and he goes, "Damn ghosts!" And he like kneels his head down and like closes his eyes. It looks like he's just gonna wait until somebody comes along and get him out of there.
Well, I mean,
Oh man.
Because he can't climb up the.
yeah. How do you?
Now, oh man, worse and worse. I was gonna release an animal into the pit, but then that would be even more weird, right? Unless he kills the animal and the animal kills him.
Well, see, like, what if the animal like attacks
Then
Urano?
eats Urano,
instead?
yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Ronald's unconscious. Animals usually are more into like going after living things.
Depends.
I've only had
I
a
don't know.
blackjack.
Remember what your goal was with this expedition? It was to confirm where Arana was.
Yes. Well, but
Well-
now that we've determined that we can't just dig our way up and save him,
Well,
like
I mean, we might be able to, but it'll be a lot more difficult than freeing him, probably.
I mean, there's no reason you couldn't. You know.
At this
oh,
point,
that's
you're,
true. If your
you're-
spell works, you can just destroy the stone. That's like, okay,
not destroy it, dismiss it.
dismiss it.
There's a difference.
All right. Now it is time to look for his sword.
Okay.
All right.
and you can employ our help at any
Yes.
time telepathically.
I
if you need it.
I leave the dungeon
So you want to head back up?
Yes.
So you slink around and you go heading
Yeah.
back up.
and I lock the door behind me. I lock both doors behind me.
Okay. They're both locked.
All right. I report back to my colleagues
Mhm.
what the status of things is. It's like, okay, here's the weird situation. We got lock, we got blood thing. It looks like we're gonna need this guy's blood, blah, blah, blah. So whatever spell you're working on, be prepared for magical things. I am now going to slink around the barbarian places to see if I can't find this guy's house and steal Orano's sword back. So that we'll have it in case we do free him.
Good idea.
But okay,
did
do you
Urano-
have an idea? A good idea? Because below we can see the canals
Mhm.
below
Yep.
below in the Undercroft. We know where the canals are.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though you have a good idea you could triangulate and figure out where it is?
I have a decent idea now. Once I wander around looking for the other guy's place, I'll have a much better idea.
You
Because
can
then,
you can guess me.
yeah.
Yeah, like 50 feet
It also-
perpendicular to the
Yes.
canal at this point.
It's especially helpful because he is inside a 20-foot diameter pit, which gives us some wiggle room for
Does
like,
give us a little bit more room.
driving up.
True.
I do warn you, however, that if you go a little bit off the side, we might have to kill a puma.
Puma would fall.
What's a puma? All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Anyway,
It's a four-wheeled
was-
all-terrain vehicle that you...
Yes.
Yes.
Was Urano using his claymore when he was like smiting Tyrannus in my vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably important.
So it,
So I
it
explained that
grows
I'm
along
gonna-
with him. It's made of like Hulk pants material.
so you're gonna go looking around
Yeah.
for Core's house, essentially. Okay.
Awesome.
So Streamland is large, and the buildings in it are constructed kind of similarly because of how the barbarians live and their culture,
I'm sort of counting on Core being kind of a big shot and having something more distinct.
like a chieftain's hut or something
Yeah.
along those lines. So there's only really one of those houses. Well, there's two. There's one long house that you'd imagine would be some sort of hall, which is larger than the others. And by the way, the construction is wholly different than the rest of Lier.
Got it.
Like they're definitely separated in some regards. And the other one is a gigantic A-frame hut that's got curved wooden hooks going off the side of it and a large double wooden door opening up into it.
Okay,
Those are the only two largest buildings you see.
all right. So I'm going to presume the hall is not where he would go to live.
And by the
So-
way, as you're slinking around during this time of night, there are still a variety of barbarians out and about.
Sure.
Like they're just arguing, drinking, that sort of
Yes.
thing.
I continue to keep both Jovan and Merek informed of my location and whereabouts,
Mhm.
so that number one, they can know where I am, but number two, so that they don't just end up trapped in the wrong place.
Right, yeah.
Also, I want to be eyes and ears for them, so there's oh, by the way, you're 3:00. You guys
Yeah.
should probably go to a different alley where someone's not about to come upon you. Or it's I don't want Jovan to be hiding behind the trash can, and some scream barbarian comes and throws up behind the trash can all over him or something.
Right, yeah.
So, all right.
That'd be unpleasant.
So I'm gonna try to sneak into this house.
Okay. The huge chief, the
Yeah.
huge hut. So you can see that there are two barbarian guards standing outside of it, and they're attentive. These guys are way better attentive than the ones at the bloodbath.
Right.
And you can also see that there's two at the back guarding the window at the back.
All right. I'm going to try to climb up and go in from the top.
Okay. Give me a sneak silently to get past the guards to get
Okay.
to the wall, and then we'll see what happens after that.
All right. So sneak. That's a 17.
Okay. You good?
What's
Yeah.
bonus
Alright.
for that?
So you slip by again, just not quite as stealthily as the last time, but
Right.
is Bless still on?
It was
No,
for
just
10
by now it
minutes.
would be too late.
Okay, yeah,
initially.
it's all gone. Okay, so you just you slip by, and they don't notice. And you
Right.
reach the wall, and you notice that the wall is made of like wooden boards and stuff. You
Sure.
know, as they're built in the house, so it's actually somewhat easy to climb.
Okay. All right. So then climb check.
Yeah.
That's a 17.
Really? With a 9?
I have a plus
Yeah,
8.
dude.
Oh wow. Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you just
no,
get really good at skills.
no problem at all.
That's what
Then.
they're really
yeah.
good
So you
at.
just like lock your fingers into the grooves of the wall and just climb up, no problem.
Okay.
And as you begin to climb higher and higher, you hear this drumming coming from inside the house, one of the upper rooms of the house. Just a, and you hear this low chanting coming, like whoa whoa whoa. It's like really low and in this unknown language that you don't recognize.
Is it like a kid practicing, or is it like
no,
something?
it's like a group, like a serious ritual going on.
Oh, okay.
And as you get higher, you notice that the window at the top of this hut is wide open, and there's a small red light coming out of it.
Ooh. Can I peek in without being seen?
Yeah. So so you shimmy your way up to the top of the to the house and peek your way into the window. And as you bring your face around the window ledge, you can see that there are a group of about 6 barbarians surrounding a circle, and in the center is a large brazier with a red flame lit in it. And there is a single barbarian sitting there cross-legged on the floor, kneeled in front of the brazier. And the other 6 barbarians are standing in a circle around him, and then sometimes they'll move to the left and right in this rhythmic chant they're doing, and the shadows on the wall will play about and shift as they do it. And then you can see that there is one older-looking barbarian sitting far off in the corner who has on ceremonial animal furs and like a headdress and stuff. You've seen them wear these animal furs before. They came by the bar once while they were dressed in them, which was odd because they usually only wear them during rituals.
Right.
So they must have been in the process of doing one of these when that happened previously.
Oh.
So apparently they're doing this again. So the older barbarian watches intently as if he's like judging every move everybody makes in the circle, and everybody else like dances around. And at odd intervals, some of them will throw their hands up and go, ah, and like scream to the sky,
Right.
and then continue shifting.
Does
back
the guy
and
in the
forth.
middle look like he's younger? Like there's some sort of like advancement ritual?
Yeah,
like, you're...
it may be some sort of initiation,
Right.
or what have you. So do you want to continue watching?
Well, is one of them... What's his face?
Core?
Yeah.
You don't recognize him.
Okay, I will watch just a little bit longer, but my key is to try to get in. In fact, I'm kind of happy that they're distracted.
Uh-huh.
So if I can look around while they're doing this, they're going to be less likely to be concerned about looking for other people in the building.
Okay. So yeah, they dance around, and you notice like you're about to leave, and then
Yeah.
you notice that the fire suddenly dances a bit and changes colors, and like changes from like red to green, and like shakes back and forth and sways a bit, and then the barbarians move in towards the one from the circle, move in towards the center one, and they draw out these knives, and they cut like part of the guy in the center. They like make cuts with his blood, and then they flick the blood off the knives into the fire, and each one in turn like cuts into and flicks the blood into the fire as they go dancing around. And then sometimes some of them will reach into pouches and throw something in the fire, like a powder or something, and the fire will keep changing colors, and the rhythm begins to get faster and faster as they go around.
When they cut him, is his
awesome.
blood...
It boils.
Okay, so it's not like this ritual is
Yeah.
what makes
You
them into
know
this.
from your time in the year that that's a racial trait.
Okay.
Yeah.